And a good Monday to you. My name is Betty Johnson. Glad to have you along on the Owatonna Today Show. Today is the first Monday in June, so let's hope that Mother Nature checks the calendar and catches up with us. We definitely do deserve some nicer weather. We are glad that you're joining us today. A lot of people check us out on Charter Channel 8, where we can be seen 6 days a week. You can also find us on the internet on YouTube, as well as blip.tv and Facebook. Or if you want to do a Google search, you can find us and like us on Facebook, and then you'll receive a direct link to each new show that is on your Facebook page. And as always, the Owatonna Today Show welcomes any questions or comments you may have or ideas for guests or topics. You can contact the Owatonna Today Show via email at owatonnatoday@charter.net or by calling Leanne, the show's producer, at 390-5751. Good show for you today. We're going to be talking with members from Public Health Nursing, and then we're going to also see what's going on in the area with the arts. Lots of arts in the city of Owatonna. So we're going to take this quick break to hear from some of the sponsors that make the show possible. And on the other side, we'll be back with Jane Nyquist and Karen Fountaine. So stay with us.
I'm Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hi, this is Laura Ressler greeting you from the Steele County Historical Society's History Center, where we're honoring the past and looking towards the future. We're proud to be a sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back. Our first guest today from Steele County Public Health Nursing is Jane Nyquist, who is in charge of education. What was your official title, Jane?
Health education.
Health education.
Several grants.
Okay, so what all does that encompass?
Well, right now I have 2 tobacco prevention grants that we have at Public Health. I have a traffic safety grant called Towards Zero Deaths. We work on the Child and Teen Checkups program. Hopefully we'll get another grant in the fall to deal with obesity. And so I do a little bit of everything. I technically consider the public information officer, which means I'm the communication person who's not been trained a lot in communications, but I'm working at it.
So it's your job to coordinate all the different people needed in order to make awareness of each
Yes.
topic you mentioned. Yeah, but we have Owatonna seems to have a lot of resources out there.
We do have a lot of resources, and what we at Public Health like to do is try not to duplicate. You know, if something is missing from the community, we are mandated to try to make sure it's there, but we don't want to duplicate either. So if we can coordinate and collaborate with other organizations, we do that a lot.
Okay, where do your grants come from?
They come from all over. A lot of them are federal grants.
Okay.
A lot of them are federal grants that trickle down through the state and come through the State Department of Health. I think that's mostly the ones I'm working on, are either federal or state grants. Karen works in emergency preparedness. She's our seasonal flu coordinator. And I think your grants kind of come the same way, don't they?
Yes,
through the
mine
state
come
or
from
federally?
the Minnesota Department of Health and the Center for Disease Control.
And now, Jade, do you have a particular title at Steele County?
I'm a public health nurse, and my areas are emergency preparedness, the Medical Reserve Corps. I also help with influenza vaccinations for adults. And now I've taken on a new duty, the Child and Teen Checkup Program.
And that brings us to why you are here today. We want to update everybody on that. So why don't you explain to us a little bit about what it is. You call it CNTC, which stands for Child and Teen Checkups. And it sounds kind of vague.
It is. It's a federal program that's called the, let me find the wording, it's called the Early and Periodic Screening, Diagnosis, and Treatment Program at the national level. In Minnesota, we call it Child and Teen Checkups Program. Okay. And you've maybe seen the scat bus with a bright pink sign on it that talks about our program, or if you've been to the theater recently, we have some theater ads there that talk about the Child and Teen Checkup Program. And Karen, would you share with us who's eligible?
Okay, the Child and Teen Checkup Program, it started in 1967 when young men were coming into the military, and they would do a physical exam on the young men. And they would discover conditions, developmental conditions, such as hearing loss, vision issues, that if they had detected these earlier, they felt that they could have helped to prevent permanent damage or corrected it to improve the quality of the life of these young men. And so that's when this program came into being. It's a federal program, and what it targets is children from birth to age 20. And what we would like children to do is to go in for periodic screenings, developmental physical checkups with a medical provider to catch conditions early.
Okay, so you're not doing them yourself then?
No, we did it at one time, Public Health did, but we're referring folks out to the local health providers. And if they're on medical assistance, Minnesota Care, South Country Health Alliance or SCA, or Blue Plus, those insurance companies are the companies we work with to get these kids in for the free checkups. They can have a free dental exam. They can have vision and hearing. They can ask questions of the provider if they have any developmental questions about the child's growth. They do lab tests. Karen mentioned vision and hearing. So many conditions can be treated if found early, and that's the whole premise from this program. If you can get in early, fix or correct a problem, a child can have a normal life, and that's. Any child should be in for a well child checkup, whether you have these insurances or not, and to find things early.
Don't you think a lot of people expect the schools to catch those things too much? So
they do, but you know what they have found with vision and hearing and other conditions is that if you wait until a child gets to school to have that for maybe a preschool pre-kindergarten physical, these conditions have already, let's say the child has a hearing deficit, and hearing is related, to the ability of the child to speak, and what they have found is waiting until kindergarten is too late. You are always then playing catch up. And so if we can catch these conditions early within, the first year or two of life, then perhaps the condition can be corrected. If not corrected, at least, you can lessen the effect of it. And what we're also finding is the brain develops so rapidly from age birth until age 3. And that's really kind of a critical window in which we want to help children to detect these problems early so they can be corrected. So it can just really have marvelous outcomes then for their life.
Now, are there specific doctors they go to, or is a doctor of choice that'll do these screenings?
Well, here at the Owatonna Clinic, the providers, the family health and pediatricians all do the exams. We're having a little more trouble finding dental care for these folks in the community. So we've created a provider list. There's some providers in town: Faribault, Rochester, Mankato, just in the near area, but you can go to the cities too and find providers. And we're here as outreach folks to help find a provider. If they can't find a doctor or a dentist, we can help with that. We can help with transportation. If they need an interpreter, we can help find that, or a ride. We have SCAT bus tickets. So we can help with a lot of different things too.
I suppose a lot of that, when you're talking about if you need an interpreter for a lot of people who English is a second language, you really need to keep on top of that with social workers and whoever is assisting them to keep them updated with.
That's correct.
A lot of things as well. Now, is there a criteria that for checkups that they have to meet in order for them to get the assistance?
Well, for the clinic or the dentist, there is a set of guidelines of what they should include in that checkup, and they are reimbursed according to what they do in the exam. So if they do a complete exam, they're going to get better reimbursement than if they do just part of it. We have little lists that we send out. We send out letters every time a child is due for a checkup. We send out a little list that says what to ask for when you go to have your child and teen checkup, so you have a real comprehensive exam. And we also send out related literature, depending on what age they are, for their development.
Sometimes,
So,
you know,
yes.
a parent, I think, has said to themselves, you know, I just think that, you know, little Sally just doesn't appear to be hearing things correctly. Maybe I turn on the TV and she says, turn it louder. Or she's always saying, what did you say? Or she just ignores me. And so sometimes a parent has kind of a little inclination that something isn't quite right. And so we encourage that parent, you know, trust your instincts. Take the child in. Maybe it'd be reassurance and the doctor will say, no, there's nothing wrong. Everything is
And so
developing
many
normally.
times, little kids don't know.
They can't
They don't know the
verbalize
difference.
it, can
Yeah, they don't know
no
that there's
idea.
something wrong because that's how they've lived for however many
Right.
years. And
Now, you stress the importance of trying to catch things at a young age, but yet it's child and teen checkups.
It is, and we find a lot of teens don't go in for these regular checkups. These checkups happen at 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18 months, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 years, and then every 2 years after that up till age 21. So we see a drop-off after the kids get in school and they've had their vaccinations and you know, their preschool things. They don't go as often, and I think parents feel, well, the kid's fine, you know, we don't need to go in, or the child doesn't want to go to the doctor, heaven forbid, you know.
Well-
and we encourage that. They need to get in.
And a lot of people do have a fear of dentists. That can
lot of
take
people
a
do.
while, yeah. Is a lot of it also what maybe holding them back a financial reason?
It shouldn't be with this program.
And that's what you need to tell people, that
Yes.
it's out there. You do not
It
need
is.
to
No,
hesitate.
it's a very comprehensive
It is
program
a
for these.
benefit of their insurance.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Now, you said you've been doing it on the scat bus and you've been doing it in the theaters, and besides here, where else have you been trying to make this public knowledge?
We're trying to get as much media as we can, radio, newspaper. We submit articles regularly to newspapers. Word of mouth, working with the providers and the clinics and getting information out. If there's an event, we'll sit there and try to have some information for folks.
And they could also go to our county homepage, the Steele County
Website.
website,
And
and
then
there
go
would be
to-
a link.
Yep, go to public health and then
Yes. And lots of things I found out too through my years of different interviewing different people is a friend or a neighbor.
exactly.
They may not, the family may not know anything about it, but you know, you have a friend or a neighbor or said, hey, I've heard about this, check this out. So you
And
know the
public-
family.
That's right.
Well, and
One of our
folks-
strongest advocates also could be the parent
Yes.
that has benefited from the medical community finding something
Right,
early
right.
and being able to work with them and correct it.
Great
And we're
idea.
hoping that by folks watching this show, if their grandchild is enrolled in any of these programs, encourage the parents or the guardians to get the children in, because it is really a beautiful
certainly is.
program.
So, well, I wish we had more time, because this is an important matter to,
Yeah.
really get to delve into a little deeper. But hopefully you'll come back
We
and we
will.
can know more about some of the programs going on.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right.
Our guests have been Karen Fountain and Jane Nyquist with Steele County Public Health Nursing. So if you have any interest in what they've been talking about, how can they contact
They
you?
should call us at Public Health, 507-444-7650. Ask for Jane or Karen at the Chalentine Checkups program.
Good. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And on the other side of our break, we're going to be back with Kim Schaufenbuel. So don't go away.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Ann Plaskanko here from Senior Place, and it's our 25th anniversary this year. We provide health and wellness programs, and one of those programs is massage therapy with Betsy Wright.
Yes, Repose Massage can give you pain and stress relief naturally, so make an appointment today.
Yes, and find out all the other programs and services we have to offer and join Senior Place today.
Have you talked to your teen about marijuana lately? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time when driving is reduced by 41% after smoking 1 joint and 63% after smoking 2, affecting the safety of your teen and other drivers on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson, and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back, and our guest now, perennial guest, is Kim Schaufenbuel, who stops by every now and then to keep us updated with what's going on in Owatonna with the arts. And we do have lots of arts in Owatonna, and we want to keep up with that so people don't miss things. So, first of all, the Art Center, right?
Yes.
They always have so many things going on there.
Absolutely. You know, part of my purpose here is just to make sure that to get everybody out there, continue to be active in what's going on in our community. You don't have to go to the city to enjoy great art or performances or anything like that. We have a ton of it right here. So the first thing I want to talk about is the recent exhibit over at the Owatonna Arts Center. It is Faribault artist Pearl Tate, who is exhibiting a mixed media abstract expressionist painting gallery exhibit.
For people who may not be into the arts, what do you mean when you say mixed media?
Mixed media is that she uses a variety of medium things on her painting. So she'll paint it in several layers, up to 50 layers she has reported. So she'll use both opaque paints as well as transparent paints. She'll put a little sand in there. She might apply some ash or some fabric.
Things for texture.
Things for texture, absolutely. And that plays into the abstract art a little bit. Abstract art is something that is not representing a thing. It's not going to be a boat or a tree or a portrait.
Well, it can be to some people.
Right.
I mean,
yes.
You see some abstract, they will title it and you go, where?
Yes, yes.
But that's the beauty of abstract. There's no boundaries.
Right.
It knows no limits. You can, whatever your mind can imagine.
And the expressionist part plays into that as well, is that they're seeking, the people that participate in expressionism are seeking to put emotions on the page or on the canvas. So they're putting their emotions on it, but they also leave a space open for the observer to put their own emotions into it as well.
Expressionism, not to be confused with impressionism.
Right, absolutely.
That's how someone may look. Someone would paint a tree, 10 different people, and there's 10 different ways of seeing a tree.
Yes.
So we want to kind of clarify for people who aren't quite sure with what it may be.
Your shirt would be an impressionist shirt, kind of like a Monet. And my shirt would be an expressionist shirt.
Monet was very well these colors.
Right.
And landscapes,
Yes. And my shirt would be expressionist.
Oh, no, I would think of that as abstract.
Abstract
but
expressionist.
I suppose it's whatever, whatever the eye sees,
So there's a great exhibit going on at the Owatonna Arts Center, free to the public all month long. Get out there and see it. And she's got some great, one of the ones that really, I ran over there yesterday to check it out. So Time and Distance Intersect is the title, Twilight Descending. This one is a good one for us. Following a Long Winter. Perfect for us. It's an explosion of vibrant colors, so it's a really great piece to get out there and see.
That to me sounds like it should be entitled "Let's Forget Winter."
And I have to throw one more thing in for the arts fair before we move, or for the arts center, which is also reminding that the arts fair is coming up next month. Sylvan Durbin is still looking for some folks to participate in the Secret Garden tour. So if you have a garden, or your neighbor has a garden, or you know somebody that has a garden that should be included, please contact Sylvan for that.
And it's the month of July, June, which means just next month?
Next month, yep. The Secret Garden Tour is July 21st, I think.
And why don't we just quickly give the hours of the Arts Center for someone who might have forgotten? They're usually open.
Hours, yes.
Tuesday through Sunday, 1
to 5.
1 to 5, Tuesday through Sunday.
Yes, closed Mondays.
Good. So I was thinking about running over there today. I guess I won't, because that sounds really like a beautiful exhibit.
Yes.
Now we're going to move on to LTO, and they're going to be having their musical in the summer.
Yes, the great summer musical. They're presenting Jesus Christ Superstar.
Amazing.
Yes, this is an Andrew Lloyd Webber, Tim Rice production.
Their first Andrew Lloyd Webber, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe that might be
I think
true.
it's their first Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yeah.
Yes. This is a huge cast. This is the quintessential summer musical where everybody comes out, and there's over 50 people in the cast and crew on this
And it's one of Andrew Lloyd Webber's earlier works.
1971.
And people will be familiar with the music in that as well.
Yeah.
Very popular music.
Yes, absolutely. A little bit of a trivia surrounding the launch of this piece on Broadway is that it starred Ben Vereen as Judas, and also had Yvonne Elliman as Mary Magdalene.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She just did a couple things pop.
She did. She was
and then
more.
kind of disappeared.
She was better well known as a disco singer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. After that, but so that's my little trivia.
I did not know
for that.
Ben Vereen was Judas in that.
Yes.
I know he was in Sweet Charity, but
Yeah.
that's quite a departure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, who is directing this play?
This has got a fantastic veteran artistic staff. It's Jeffrey Jackson, of course, editor of the local People's Press, is the artistic director for this one. Sandy Hardy Hagen is the technical director. Bev Cashman of the Medford Schools, who does all those great musicals up at Medford School, is the musical director for this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Suzette Kukluk and Sandy Brooks and Megan Proft are round out as choreographer and pianist. And
what about who has the lead? Who has the lead? You know?
Yes, I do. This is my little cheeky thing is that you really should get out and see the summer musicals because you never know who you're going to see.
Especially
on
a
the
large cast.
A large cast like this, you're going to see your neighbors. Tim Van Gelder plays Jesus, and this gentleman has a tremendous voice, but he's also a family medicine doctor, so you might go and see your doctor on stage.
Has he been in other things that the LTO audiences would be familiar with?
Yes, he last year or 2 years ago he was in The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
Okay.
He also sings with Bad Tangerines.
Okay.
So yeah, it does a fair amount of singing in this. Some of the local favorites are Maria Diaz, Larry Lodemeyer is in it, Vedette Ostermeyer, and Larry Ostermeyer. Jonathan Davis is Judas, Raleigh Kittleson is Peter. Just lots and lots of folks.
And what are the dates for that production?
The dates are June. Starts June 20th and runs for 2 weekends. So June 20th, 21st, 22nd, 27th, 28th, and 29th, Little Theater of Owatonna.
And are tickets on sale yet? Or they go on sale pretty soon? Do we know when?
The 17th.
17th, they go on sale just
Thank you,
before.
Leanne.
Okay.
Yes.
And now we
Yes.
have one more.
Yes.
Theater play production.
This is the Merlin Players, and they are playing at the Paradise Center for the Arts, and they are presenting The 7-Year Itch. So this is a quintessential.
It is.
Marilyn Monroe movie, but the play came first. The play was released in 1952, and the movie came later in 1955.
Now I have to ask. They have to find a way. If they don't have that subway scene blowing the dress, you do not have the 7-year itch. I'm sorry, that's to me is what when you think of the 7-year itch.
Right.
That is what has been publicized so much.
Yes.
Is that brief little moment
Right,
on
and
screen.
that's such a great iconic picture of Marilyn Monroe as well. I don't know. There's obviously going to be some differences between the stage show and the play. In fact, I understand that the ending is different. The film studio required the playwright to change the ending because they found it to be too risque for film audiences in 1955. So what we're going to be able to see on stage is not what you've seen in the movie.
But it still won't be risque. I understand there's no.
No, absolutely not. I don't think that.
And who is the director?
Juliana Skluzacek is the director. You know, she's such a staple in theater in
and
this
very
area.
creative, so she'll
Very
come up
creative.
with a lot of different ways.
Yes, absolutely. Her stage renditions are always impeccably done. Great productions. She's particularly good at comedy, which is obviously is. And it has some newcomers to the area, but also some folks have been involved for a long time. Yeah, absolutely. Paul Summers plays Richard, who's the lead character.
People, I'm sure, are familiar with him. He's been in so many things.
Lots
around.
of things.
Yes,
local favorite. And the female character is just called the Girl. That's the character's name. So
she didn't have a name, did she?
She didn't.
I'm trying to think. No.
So Sydney Place, she's from Minneapolis, is actually coming down to do that part. And locally, from all over Northfield, Owatonna, and Faribault, we have Jerry Fox, Amber Betcher, Holly Hole, Matt and Thomas Drenth, Maria Markman, and April Spring. And then our local favorite, also Jim Cole, voices Richard's Conscience.
Okay. Paul and Jim have done a lot of things together.
They have done a lot of things together, absolutely.
And the dates for this production will be?
It starts June 14th and runs for 2 weekends.
So it's coming up very quickly.
Absolutely, and that's Paradise Center for the Arts. You can call those folks.
Which is in Faribault if someone is not familiar with that. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Kim, we are out of time real quickly again, too. So thank you for stopping by. It's always fun to know.
Thank you for having me.
All that. And we'll probably see you in a couple weeks or next month with more activities.
Absolutely.
We have this one last break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some more events going on around Owatonna.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we'll have how many minutes here? Oh, no. 0. We are back now. We do have some announcements that we do want to pass along. Summer is a busy time, so many things going on. Beginning with the Steele County Historical Society, they're pleased to announce a children's programming for Thursday, June 6th from 10:15 a.m. and then again at 6:30 at the History Center, which, if you haven't been there, is located on Austin Road. The History Detectives is a preschool age children. They'll meet at 10:15 in the exhibit hall of the History Center, and the topic will be pioneer gardening. And the children's programs are offered on the first Thursday of each month, so watch for more information on topics of upcoming programs, or you can contact their office at 451-1420 and ask for Laura. Again, that's at the Steele County History Center. And there's going to be a metal art workshop for those of you who like to get out there and create. It's 4 weekends, starting this weekend, June 7th. Fridays from 4 until 7 and Saturdays 8 until 1. And it will be at the Huber Supply Education Center, which is on St. John Drive in Owatonna. You can register at Riverland Community College, or you can call Beth at 451-2207. And then real quickly, we want to mention the 35th Annual Young Life Golf Tournament. It's a 4-person scramble coming up Saturday, June 15th at Brooktree Golf Course. 8:30 a.m. is the shotgun start. For more information, you can contact the Young Life office at 451-9401. And that is it for our Monday program. They go by so fast. We hope you have yourself a good Monday. Hope the sun will last. And see you back here on Wednesday. I'm Betty Johnson, and this has been the Owatonna Today Show. Thanks for joining us.